Narrative is the planned activity of words in responding, revealing, and seeking out human motives. I ventured into studying narrative to draw people together into communities that sanction their stories and position them in history as a valuable part of humanity.
9 brave members of the LGBTQ community shared their stories by answering 2 questions. What is your story in a few paragraphs, and what is the hardest challenge you've had to overcome?
The actors in this video are portraying the honest and raw narratives that people who identify as lesbian, transgender, gay, or bisexual live with every day, mostly invalidated and unheard. These stories do not reflect the story of every member of the LGBTQ+ community.
This video is intended to give you an idea of the disconnect that is bound to occur when stories remain unheard and part of humanity is shown that their experience is not accepted.
If you have friends and a community at your place of education or work that you feel safe to be yourself with, take one step forward. If you have experienced alienation from friends at your place of education, take one step back.
Casual jokes about homosexuality, seemingly innocent comments, assumptions about sexuality, all of these things added up and created a place where my voice is not only unheard, but even unwelcome. Once again, I was outcast. Sometimes I feel like I'm seen as a freak, especially by the Christian community. It makes me feel more alienated and cast out. Please get to know someone who is trans, befriend us, learn about us.
If you have family members and friends you can trust with sharing your love life with, take one step forward. If you have been treated differently by a trusted person in your life because of your sexual identity, take one step back.
In the privacy of the prayer room, I uttered out loud for the first time in my life 2 simple words: I'm gay. The wave of relief and freedom I felt at that moment was checked immediately by the look in my pastor's eyes. Disgust. He told me that he still loved me and told me that he didn't see me any differently, but he wouldn't look me in the eye. He got up to leave and I reached for a hug, our normal form of greeting, only to see him draw back. I locked the door behind him, rolled up my sleeves, and added fresh cuts next to the already present scars.
If you have friendships that are long-standing and healthy, take one step forward. If you have lost friends because of your sexual identity, take one step back.
I have to choose what I want to lose. I can lose my identity, my current relationship, or I can lose my friends, my church, and my family. It's a hard choice, especially given some of my experiences, which have included hate mail, harassment in the workplace, and sexual assault, all of which have been passed off as simply what I deserve for my life choices.
If your family is welcoming of your romantic partner, take one step forward. If your romantic partner and/or relationship is not acknowledged or welcomed by your family, take one step back.
They've told me they would never welcome a girlfriend in the house and adamantly refuse to attend my future wedding. I won't have my family to see one of the happiest days of my life, and that breaks my heart. My conservative friends in the church have said to me, "You're welcome if. Your thoughts are valuable to me if. I'll be your friend if." And all of that is conditional love.
If you can show affection for your romantic partner in public without fear of ridicule or violence, take one step forward. If you have experienced ridicule or violence because of your romantic relationship, take one step back.
I made an excuse to secretly see my girlfriend. While having my arm around her on the train, a stranger approached us. She started yelling homophobic phrases, and she eventually threw a punch at my girlfriend and struck her mouth. I stood up for my girlfriend and blocked another punch. That aggravated the attacker more, and she knocked me out. I was hesitant to call the police. I couldn't let my family find out what caused the attack. I couldn't risk them finding out about my relationship if I reached out for help. I was also afraid they wouldn't care because they may think I deserved it for being gay.
Sometimes stories can be shared, but not all stories will be equally heard. These are people we live amongst who are told by society that it is better for them to remain quiet than to receive validation that their human experience is just as important as others. Hear their stories and be a part of advancing and quantifying humanity through the powerful theory of narrative.